Sucker, seafood, attitude. I'm back in the winter. BBs, yacht clubs, hot tubs. I'm back in the winter. Cape Cod, Block Island, Nantucket. I'm back in the winter.
That's how I make my money, is the merchandise. And I try to make my merchandise as quality as possible, better than anyone else's, so I can make money. Because unfortunately nowadays, if you put out music as an independent artist, the music itself doesn't make a lot of money. The spins on Spotify are a joke. You get thousands of spins. You're going to see pennies on the dollar from that. If you can be lucky enough to be popular enough to get booked for good shows, you can get paid for shows, but you have to be a good artist. You have to have a following, and you have to be a performer. You can't just get up there and look at the floor and spit bars, because then people are going to be like, that's a one-off. Like, you get lucky with that. You do a whole set, and it's like, ba 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 ba, peace, and I'm out. They're like, oh, I never want to see that again. That's why I try to engage with the audience. I put on the show of shows. And that's why I try to have my merchandise better than anyone else's. I see what other people are doing, and I encourage them to do things differently. I give advice to young artists that I see, or old artists that I see, where the merchandise isn't quite hitting, and I try to say, well, try this, because I've tried it, and it works, and it makes me a lot of money. It's great. I sell shirts and jackets and hats and hoodies, and over the course of time, I started with basic designs, and I just got better and better and better. Like, what can I do next? And I want to have people almost to the point where I want people to wear my shirts and want to rock the gear, even if they've never heard my music or didn't even know who I am. They look at the design, they're like, wow, that's awesome. And I got a lot of ideas, so I outsource from awesome artists locally as much as possible. People that I meet on the internet, hey, are you willing to work and whatnot? And I always like to give them shout outs and pay them for their work. So it's great. It's great to coordinate with people like that. So, but doing shows on him early on, I saw him perform on a whim, and I'm like, who is this kid? And I talked to him afterwards. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know, man, just writing songs and making music. And I'm like, you son of a gun. He's so good. Effortlessly, super talented. I was like, do you write your own stuff? Yeah, I write my own stuff and work with other artists and stuff. He was so humble and nice. It was like, that was the moment where all I wanted to do was work with Swab. You know, it's like, that was the moment where I saw the potential in him. I was a fan from the jump, and I like to have friends that I'm fans of. With Apathy, I'm a fan of his music. I'm a fan of his music, and I'm a fan of his music to this day, where he puts out a new song, and I know that we're best friends, but I'm still a huge fan of his music. Strife, when Strife puts out a new song, or I hear a new verse from him, I am a fan of Strife's music. That's what we need more of. Everything that's being done now has been done before, and I try to tell young artists that too. It's like there's nothing you can really do that's anything super brand new. You got to just make it your own, really. Everything that is done in rap has been done before. Everything that's been done with rock and roll has been done before. You just got to figure out a way to do it yourself.